I shall wait just a minute for people to join. But in the meantime, those of you who are already online, you can come and get comfortable. Make sure you've got a glass of water and make sure that you have got a chair that supports your body. And we will begin really soon. Hoping you're all well on this very beautiful sunny Saturday. How lovely. So I think we should make a start, and then when people join us, they join us. So come to you, take a comfortable seat. And so welcome, my lovely people. And if Stephen is on the line, a big shout out to Stephen. You join every week, I know, so welcome, my lovely. So welcome to Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. And just so that you know, if you haven't joined one of these sessions before, Homes for Lambeth are providing you with these chair and gentle yoga sessions as part of their work to support health and well-being during, of course, this very time. If you haven't met me before, my name is Claire, and I am here each week to take this class. And if you would like to find out a little bit more about what Homes for Lambeth are doing, then my advice to you would be to check out their website on www.homesforlambeth.co.uk. Couple of caveats from me before we get going. Please make sure that your doctor has signed you off to do exercise. Just make sure that you are safe, that everything that I do today for you feels nice. If I put you into something that doesn't feel nice, then please don't do it. Yeah, so the important thing is that you feel safe and well to be able to practice, and yeah, just do what feels nice for you. As usual, I like to mix these sessions up so that we spend some time on the chair and then also some time on the mat. Today we'll spend a little bit more time on the chair because I want to show you some new poses, and so it's nice to get those into the body first on the safety and stability of your chair, and then of course we'll have that opportunity to come up. So without further ado, let's come and start. So come get comfortable in whatever chair you're in, but try and make sure that it's a chair that allows you to sit up. So if you are doing this on your sofa, rather than completely collapsing into your sofa, you might want to sit up, and you could even put a cushion underneath your back to help you sit up. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're on a chair like me, it's a little bit easier to sit tall. So come to get tall. If your feet struggle to meet the floor, if you've got a very high chair, you could put books underneath your feet. That would help. Otherwise, come sit tall. Come place the hands onto the thighs and take that deep breath in. Let it go. Giant breath out of the mouth. You made it. You made it to your class. Again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let it go. Third and final time, deepest breath in, deepest breath out, and then close down the mouth and come to breathe purely in and out through the nostrils. Eyes can be closed if that's comfortable. If you feel the urge to have eyes open, so you can keep an eye on me, that's fine. But try and have a very soft gaze. Yeah, so everything feels very hazy and very nice and calm. And so for now, the way that we always open our practice is that we do nothing other than we sit still and we breathe. So simple, but we don't often do that. We don't often take the time to sit down and focus on our breath. So inhaling, feel the rib cage expand. And exhale, feel the rib cage contract. Yeah, as lungs deflate. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And keep going with that. Nice full breaths in and out. Trying to expand your rib cage out to the side and to the back as well as to the front. And just make sure shoulders are nice and soft. So might be worth just checking in that the shoulders are not crunched up to the ears. Just let them be heavy and down the back as you breathe. And try to imagine your breath as a wave. So as it comes gently into the shore. So just like a wave, it comes in and draws back into the sea, and then it pushes back and creeps onto the sand. Yeah, it's very gentle. It's lulling in its quality. It pulls back and it pushes forwards. And you'll notice if you do sit, if you have done in your lifetime, sat and watched water, watched the sea, you see that slight lull before the wave crashes back in. And that's what we're trying to encourage with the breath. We breathe in, there's that little pause before the wave crashes back to the shore. And then again, there's that little pause before it pulls back and draws in. So just try to channel with that with the breath. So breath in, tiny pause, breath out, tiny pause. Breath fills the body, pause, breath leaves the body, pause. And keep going with that full inhales and exhales with that tiniest pausing of the breath at the peak and the bottom of your breath cycle. As you sit and breathe, soften through the forehead and the third eye, which is right between the eyebrows. It's where we hold a lot of tension. It's where we crunch our forehead when we're straining or thinking. And so you want to try and smooth that out. And that'll help some of the tension to ease away. And as you sit and breathe and land into your practice, which always takes a while to come and get settled, as we take this time to get settled, I want you to check in with yourself and ask yourself, how are you feeling today? How are you? How have you been? And you might feel great and positive and easy, and you might not. You might be having a bad day or a bad week. You might find the negativity of what's going on at the moment strong. You might feel that strongly in the mind and in the body. And so welcome anything that you feel. Don't try to block that out, but just try and observe the feeling and then breathe through it. And just letting it go. And in our practice, we're trying to cultivate this feeling of breathing in hope and positivity for a brighter future, and exhaling anything that we don't need. Stress, anxiety. Let's take a couple more breaths before we begin to unwind the body and find movement. And then softly open the eyes. Take a couple of blinks. You've been there for a while. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let's begin to move through our body. Again, only doing things that feel nice for you. So make your modifications if you need to. So let's begin, my friends, always with this lovely release through the neck, these half head rolls. Take your time, making sure the shoulders are super heavy, that they're nowhere near creeping up to the earlobes. That option, of course, always to take it into a full head circle if you wish. Again, only if it feels nice for your neck. And if it doesn't feel nice, you keep with the front part of your circle. So whichever one you picked, take a couple more breaths, take a couple more rotations and rolls. And then come to bring the head up. We take the lovely neck stretch. So I'm dropping my right ear to my right shoulder, and I'm getting that little reach away with the opposite arm for that real intense stretch down the neck. And I'm just gently placing my hand to the head, just to encourage a little bit more of a stretch. And so keep reminding yourself periodically through your next hour that you have with me to keep coming back to the breath. So it's really important that in each of these stretches, we're breathing well and deeply, and that will send the signals to the body to release and let that tension go. Very gently come back to center and take that to the second side. So my left ear drops and keep my left shoulder down. Hand to the head, pushing away with my right arm and getting right into the neck stretch. Just make sure you're not leaning over to one side. Try and stay really stable through your hips and your pelvis into your chest. And come back to center. Lovely. So let's start to work into the shoulders. And so you haven't done this one with me before. It's literally giving yourself a giant hug. So I'm going to take my right arm underneath and my left arm on top. And I'm going to wrap the arms around my chest as much as I can. And if I show you what that looks like from the back, I'm trying to almost grab my shoulder blades. Yeah, that's how much I'm giving myself this giant hug. But what it's actually doing is it's stretching through the shoulders. Yeah, and you should feel that. So hopefully, Stephen, if you're on the call, you're going to feel that. And I'll give you some options to make that a little harder if you wish. So pausing with this left arm on top of right. And that might be enough. Yeah, that might be enough. If you wish to intensify it, let go of the shoulder blades and lift the elbows up. Yeah, and suddenly that feels a little harder. If you still wish to make it harder, you could bring the back of your hands to touch. Yeah. Or even the fingertips to touch the palm. So lots of options there. Otherwise, taking the steps back, it could be hands back to back. It could be arms open. It could be hugging the body. Yeah. But lift up through the shoulders. Take another inhale and exhale. And then gently release that. And then feel that to the other side. Take a moment if you need to. If the shoulders are super stiff, sometimes they need a moment just to fidget out before you come to the other side. So this time, right arm is the top part of your back. And so we take the gentle version first to see how the body feels. To progress through those options up, and I take my hands apart. And there's a real active pull. It's that kind of, pressing one elbow into the other that's going to give you that stretch. Again, next option would be bring the back of the hands to touch. Next option would be palms and fingers touch. Your choice. Lift up and breathe. And gently release. Well done. Next stretch. Take the left arm, Yeah, and just hold it there. You're getting a tricep stretch. So in terms of how it looks at the deep breath in and out. Left arm on top. You could take a little side bend to the right. And then you get that really nice stretch down the side body. And we'll come into the side body in a moment anyway, but it's nice to get the additional stretch. And release. Gently unwind that arm and take the top arm up. So for those of you that struggle to lift the arm, your modification for this pose would be just to take the arm across the body. Yeah. So always there's different versions in all of these poses to suit you. So taking either of those options, chest is lifted, breath is full. Tiny bit over to the left, feel the side body stretch, kick in. Come to bring the hands onto the thighs. Let's come to move into our so action for you. So we took cat-cow. I just back as I stick my chest up, tuck my chin around my spine as I push the hands away. So that you can see that from the side. Inhale, shoulders draw back, chest lifts, gaze lift my spine and tuck my chin to my chest, yet getting right into your thoracic spine. Here we go again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back. Should feel really nice to mobilize through your spine. Breath in. Push, breath out. Breath in, heart lifts. Breath out. In all of the other classes that we've been doing through Homes for Lambeth, all of these can be done at home anytime. Yeah, you can practice and play with these poses at any point during your day. So now let's move this shape into something that I call fluid cat-cow. It's a little bit more freestyle. So just start to create circles through your spine, and there's no right or wrong. Yeah. So rather than just coming forwards and back now and trying to access the side body. So take those little wiggles and circles, trying to free up the body as much as you can. And it's also worth noting, my friends, whilst we're just moving, that these sessions are all saved onto Homes for Lambeth's YouTube page, which is awesome, which means you can come back and watch these again and again. Yeah, this isn't your only opportunity to watch these. So that is good to know, right? You can come onto their page anytime and watch all of them that we've done. This is week 5, I think. Take a couple more circles. And then release and just let that go. And now let's intensify that side stretch. Drop your right arm as if going to reach for the floor. Side bend. And again, not too much. I don't want that bottom lifting up. You stay stable and weighted through your pelvis and get that nice stretch. And lift up. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, second side. Just make sure that shoulder's soft. It wants to hunch up. Mine just did then. So just, take a little shake. Make sure it's as heavy as it can be. And then come back. Let's take that one more time. Again, side bend. You could even pick the fingers up if you wish. That's kind of a real nice version. You've got to work stronger, though, to pull that belly in to support you if the hand's lifted. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, reach. To lift up. Beautiful. So come into a stretch you haven't yet done with me before. And I'm just going to wiggle a little further towards the end of the chair. You might need to do that as well, just so I can really properly ground my feet to the floor. I'm going to demo to the side first of all. We're coming into a really nice twist. It's called a prayer twist. I'm going to bring my right elbow down to the outer left thigh. Yeah, so already I'm twisting to the side. I press my hands together in prayer position. I really press them together, and I use that gentle force of pushing hands together to roll and spin my chest to the side even more. And I'm trying to roll my left shoulder, my top shoulder, back in space. Yeah, so rather than having a floppy shoulder, my left elbow points to the sky, my left shoulder rolls back, I pull in through my belly, and I get as long through my tailbone and my chest and crown of the head as I can. So deep breath in. If this felt too much for you, my friends, you could just be here, yeah, with a very gentle twist that we've done before, with hand to the outer thigh. So that is a really nice modification. And so one of the amazing things about doing these classes is you discover a lot about your body and what feels good and what doesn't feel good. There's always a stretch that is there for anybody, for all bodies, yeah. So take another inhale and exhale if you can, to come up and gently unwind that. And then let's feel that to the other side. Again, let me demo from here. So now I come to the other side. I bring that left elbow this time to the outer right thigh. I press my hands together. I roll the top shoulder back. The right elbow points towards the sky. My neck is long. If you have neck issues, my lovelies, you can just turn the gaze to the floor so that this pose is a little sweeter on the neck. Again, a reminder of your modification is here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, should feel really nice just to rinse and twist through your spine. To gently release, to come and take a moment with spine upright and just let that go. Let the spine settle before we start to journey down into the body and come into the legs. Deep breath in. Let it go. So let's come to move into our sun salutations, and we did this version last week. So reminding you of that. Again, you can do these at any point. It's a really nice thing to do. So feet hip distance apart. Here we go. We took the inhale, lift up, gaze to the sky, lift your chest. Exhale, I sweep my arms back as if diving into water, and I lay my chest over my thighs and drop the weight of my head. Hands to the shins. I look forwards, shoulders roll back, and I exhale back over my legs. I sweep the arms back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. So for those with higher blood pressure who need to be gentle, you would take this version. You would lift up. You'd exhale and just come halfway. Yeah, you keep that head lifted. To inhale and exhale. Yeah, so no need to completely flop over the legs if that doesn't feel nice for you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Otherwise, staying with the version that I'm demoing, this Surya A, salute to the sun, and we really do have the sun. So deep breath in. Let's keep saluting it so it stays forever. Exhale, release and bow. Hands to the shin. Your shoulders down your back, lift up the chest as your breath in. Exhale, fold and release. Sweep the arms back, circle them back, lift the chest up. Bring the hands to the heart. Keep going with that. I'll demo it from the side just so you can see. Deep breath in, I'll lift. Deep breath out, I'll dive over my legs. Hands to the shins, shoulders back. I create that little arch in my back. And release and let it go. Sweep the arms back, lift up. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Really focus on the breath now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, look out. Exhale, release. Inhale, circle and lift. Exhale. Beautiful, guys. Syncing breath with movement. Really gentle and meditative with its movements. Breath in. Fold. Breath out. Hands to the shins. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Sweep and rise. Breath out. Take a moment, come to find stillness after your flows. Spine tall. Just take a moment to check in to see how the sun salutation has made you feel. Does it shift your energy? Does it feel nice? Has it settled the mind, the body? Do you softly open the eyes? So extend the legs out. So for me on this chair, I need to just wiggle a little further forwards. Again, just be careful if you're on a chair that could tip up, please be mindful not to do that, only come halfway. So let's get into the back of the legs. So with my legs outstretched, I start to hinge forwards at the hips. And as soon as you come to about here, you're going to feel that right into the back of the legs. And so again, this could be where you stay. Yeah. Feeling that sense of opening all the way into the hamstrings. For those of you that want to come further down, if you have more open hamstrings and this isn't enough for you, then of course you could keep lengthening forwards. And some of you might even bring the hands to the floor, or if you had books, you could even bring them to books. Yeah, a little stack of any paperbacks would give you some nice, almost yoga block equivalent. So again, listen to where your body's at and how much you do or don't need this stretch. And halfway is fine. So deep breaths in and out. And if you've lost that connection to the breath, let's come back to that reminder of the breath like an ocean wave. Of an inhale, it gently pulls back to sea. It pauses, and on an exhale, it slowly rushes back to shore. It pauses, and then it pulls back in. Deep breath, so you're just giving the back of the legs time to open. And then slowly walk up. Well done. Hopefully that felt good on the back of the legs. So new pose for you, my lovelies. Again, you might feel like you need to sit a little bit towards the edge of your chair. Taking the legs into this wide-legged stance. And so by doing this straight away, you should very probably feel a stretch into the inner thighs and groin. Yeah. So pause and just let that settle into the body, and you're trying to push the knees out. Yeah. So rather than just letting them collapse in, you're actively driving the knees apart. So there's a little bit of work happening in the legs. Deep breath in and out. Just let that resonate with the body. Again, keep this tall, proud spine for anything. Deep breath in. So you're confident, you're strong, you're hopeful. Couple more breaths. And then let's bring in the side body stretch to this. It's a really nice feeling, keeping the legs as they are. Let's take the left arm up and over. Great big stretch. And I'm resting my forearm. My right forearm is resting on my right leg. Yeah. Big stretch. And come to center and take it to the other side. Left forearm rests on left thigh. Lift up and over. And so we're just opening into the inner groin as we're prepping for things like Warrior 2. And we're going to do Warrior 2 on the chair today. And come back. So you might feel that, they're getting tired. Nearly there, nearly there. Hands to the thighs now, and now allow the shoulders to come up to the ears. We're going to take a really nice twist in this wide fold. So from here, I dip my right shoulder down, that's the word, and I get that twist in the spine. Yep, hopefully you feel it. I come to center, I dip my left shoulder and twist to the right. It's getting right into the spine. It's a really nice one to do. Change. Right dips and center and left shoulder dips. Let's take that twice more to each side. So you're doing quite a lot of rotation work today. And up, left shoulder dip. Let's take it one more to each side, lift up and dip, center and dip. And then take a moment to close the legs, so heel toe them back in and just let them parallel it out. Yeah, just give the inner thighs a break before we come back into that similar shape. So for a moment, come back to the breath. You feel a sensation into the inner thighs. And then open the eyes. Okay, so let's build on that. Take your feet back out. Yeah. And so from here, so how do we do warrior two to the chair? So I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to move and literally place it all the way to the left. Yeah. So my left toes are pointing completely forwards now. So I'm no longer here. I've picked it up and taken it over my chair. Okay, and so what do I do with my right leg? I now straighten the right leg, so it's out at an angle. Yeah, and so even here, you're going to feel the stretch into the inner thighs. So if you're on a sofa again, you're going to need to scoot your bottom right to the front edge of your chair to get this. So my left toes face out, my right leg stretches out. Open your arms and you'll recognize this shape when we come to stand. Warrior two. I'm gazing over my left fingers. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling nice and strong with the arms. It's your inner warrior that you're channeling here. To come into, again, new pose today. We're doing loads of new stuff in this week 5. So I'm going to drop my right hand and I'm going to turn the palm of my left hand up to face the sky. I'm going to lift up and back. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring that left forearm to the thigh and reach up and over my top ear. Yeah. So it's 2 poses that we've synced together. Here we go. I lift up, drop the right hand, lift the left hand. This is reverse warrior, it's called. So really reaching through here. To take side angle, left forearm to the thigh, right arm goes over the top ear. You're taking that flow 3 more times with the breath. Here we go. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, left forearm to the thigh. Inhale, lift the left arm, take that little lean back. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Nearly there. Well done, guys. Rest if you need to, of course. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. This time we stay here, 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm still nice and strong with this outstretched right leg. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, then we release. Inhale. Exhale. Ease on up. Good job. Gently bring that leg in. Again, take a moment to let all of that settle. You can pedal out the feet. We do this quite a lot on our Wednesday call. It's just this little stamping of the feet to just get everything moving again. Just, you know, feel the circulation. Yeah, so that's what we're doing on the call when I say little pedals at the feet. And so let's take that sequence to the other side. So you've just stretched the inner left groin. Let's feel that to the other side. So I take my right foot off to the side, toes point out. I take this left leg as far back as I can and straighten the leg. Yeah, keep it straight. We bring warrior two into the body first. Again, we get our warrior arms. We gaze over the right fingertips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Here we go for that flow. Drop the left hand, right palm lifts to the sky. We take, it's like a little hybrid between a back bend and a twist. Yep, so I'm partly arching my back and I'm partly just side leaning. To bring right forearm to the thigh, up and over the top ear with the left hand. Here comes that fluid breath. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh. Inhale, lift up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Well done, guys. Keep pulling the belly in to support this movement. Inhale, breath in, fill up through the right rib cage. Exhale. Let's take it one more time, then we get to hold side angle. Breath in. Breath out, forearm to the thigh, stay here and breathe. Again, check in, is this left leg still straight? Is the right knee still tracking forward? So make sure it doesn't collapse in, my friends. Keep rolling the right knee directly over the toes. Deep breath in and out. One more. To come up, gently ease the legs back. Again, catch your breath. Find the pedal of the feet, get the circulation going once again into the legs. Well done. And so let's now come and just do a little portion of our class standing up. As always, I will give you those modifications to come back to the chair if you need to. So come to stand for now. I'll just move the chair a little bit away, but make sure for you guys that you have it close to hand. And so it should feel nice now to free yourself up from the chair. So let's take our sun salutation standing. Again, I will remind you in a moment what they look like on the chair. So you have a couple of options. So the full version, here we go. Inhale, we lift the arms up. Exhale, with soft knees, we fold over the body. So remember, you might not get to the floor. You just might come here. That's okay. Yeah. Hands to the shins, we look out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, we scoop and rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. The easier version, I'd hold the chair. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, those being more mindful would come halfway. Inhale, you could still lift the chest. Exhale, you could release. Inhale, you would rise up, same as us. Exhale, hands to the heart. The reminder of the easier chair version, for those of you that need to be more stationary, we did our inhale. Our exhale came over the legs. Our inhale lengthened the heart. Our exhale, we fold. Inhale, lift. Yeah, so there are your options. Otherwise, I will just continue to demo the full version. You have 3 rounds of full Surya A. Ground through the feet, lift up the heart, press your hands together in a gesture of honoring to yourself and your practice. And so here we go. Deep breath in, lift the chest to the sky. Exhale, let it go. Anything that doesn't serve you, anxiety, stress, angst, let it go, my friends, on your exhale. Hands to the shins. Inhale, fill your lungs with positivity and hope. And exhale, release. Bend the knees up to stand. Gaze lifts to the sunshine. Hands to the heart. Again, deepest breath in. Should feel really good to move. Breath out, let it go. Hands to the shins, lengthen. So Stephen, I reckon you're doing the full version. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, inhale, lift up, my friend. Exhale. Here we go. Again, you've got it. Breath in, lift. Breath out. Hands to the shins. Breath in. Send that heart forwards. Release. Rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Go pause for a moment. Notice the energy shift. Again, keep nice and tall through your spine. We're just going to roll down and hold the forward fold. Again, those of you with higher blood pressure, my guidance would be to just be here. Yeah. Otherwise, for those of you that are okay to have your head very heavy and low, then you could take this little dangle of your forward fold, cup your elbows, release the weight of your head, soften around the back of the knees and let it go. A couple of breaths here, just dangling. And so that you can feel dizzy in this pose, so do listen out for that. Yeah, please don't feel that you're cheating by coming halfway. Yeah, you're not. It just means you're listening. Couple more breaths. To release and slowly peel up. You'll take a moment at the top again just to check in with any sense of dizziness. So pause, find stillness. Palms up to the sky. So it's a real lift of energy, this lift of hands facing up. To softly open the eyes. And so the poses that we did on the chair, Warrior 2, reverse and side angle. I'm going to give some of you the options to do these off the chair because I reckon you can. So let's take that pose. We're going to try and emulate the pose that we did on the chair. Okay, so Warrior 2 you've done with me before. So I take the feet quite wide. My left toes are pointing forwards. And if I was to draw a line from my front heel, it should roughly cut into the back of my right arch. Yeah, we call it in yoga heel to arch alignment. So we take our Warrior 2. So if you remember when we were on the chair, we had that back leg a little bit more out to the side. So find your Warrior. Here it is. It's a nice strong bend into that leg. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now let's take that reverse to side angle in the full version. Same as on the chair. I drop my right hand. I turn my left palm to the sky. Inhale, I take the lift. Keep bending into the front knee. Exhale, I bring the forearm to the thigh and I reach up and over. So suddenly it's much harder doing it standing up. Keep the bend into the left knee. Twice more if you can. Inhale, otherwise come back to the chair, my friends, and you can do this on the chair. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, just like we did on the chair. We stay here for 3 breaths. Have again a little check again. Is that knee buckling in? Can it directly roll over that the toes? Deep breath in and out. And inhale and out. You're getting the groin stretch. Final one. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. To lift up, we get to release that leg. Second side. So turn. Right toes point that way. Heel to arch alignment. Yep, that looks fine. To lunge into that front leg. And just make sure your knee is roughly over your ankle so I'm not pushing forwards. Find your Warrior 2 arms and channel your inner strength and positivity. Strong, fierce breath. Here come your reverse warrior flows. Right arm lifts. Inhale. Right forearm to the thigh. Exhale. And don't worry if you're breathing much more than this. That's okay. Yeah, if you're still learning. Deep breath in. Lift the right arm. Deep breath out. Forearm to the thigh. Well done. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Let's stay here and breathe. Pull in through the belly to support you. Check the knee isn't rolling in, it's tracking over the middle toes. Get this nice strong line through your side body. To lift up and then just wiggle the feet back together. Once again, take a moment to circle those, let it go. Find feet hip distance apart into Tadasana, mountain pose, strong and steady as a mountain. Palms up, belly in, and just come to settle. Feeling both feet grounded before we begin to play with tree, which we did last week. And gently open your eyes. Beautiful. Okay, so we did tree for the first time last week. We're going to grab our chairs. So I wanted to come and give you a second chance at tree, because the more obviously we practice, the better we get at things, right? So let us bring feet parallel. Grab your chair. If you remember from last week, don't worry if you weren't here. I gave 3 options. The hardest option for the body is sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And don't worry if that's not accessible for you. Next option is to the shin. That's a really nice place to be. You're rolling the hip out. Yeah, that's the work. Alternatively, you could just bring the toe to the floor and have a little bit more stability. So pick what works for you. Holding your chair, if you are in this version, depending on what the material of your trousers is, this is quite hard today, the foot's going to want to do this. Yeah, it's going to want to slip. So how do we not let that happen? We stamp the foot into the thigh quite a lot, and we push the thigh right back at the foot, and that gives you a little bit of traction and like sticky glue. So you could be here. Yeah. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Obviously, those of you that feel very stable, you're very welcome to take the hands away from the chair and bring the hands to the heart center. You could even take them to the sky. Again, those of you who are beginners or less mobile or still learning, keep your support and keep it easy. Yeah, your left calf is going to be firing up by now. You've been here for a while. Take another inhale and exhale. And then let that go. Well done. Pedal it out, because the calf will be cramping. So pedal. And then let's have a feel of that to the second side. So feet hip distant, feet parallel. And then see what it means on the second side. So for me, on the second side, this is much easier than on the first side. So it's always useful to play to see if there's other options that you need to do on this second side. Maybe for you today, this side, you need to have toe to the floor. So find what feels right. Find the tallest spine that you can. Chest lifts, belly in. Again, hand to your support or the wall. Yeah, wall is fine. Playing with hands to the heart if you feel stable, or arms into the branches of your tree. Yeah, and you might wobble, fall over. You just got to catch it and come back. And then check in with the breath. So we haven't checked in with the breath for a while. Are you suddenly with the difficulty of this pose? Has the breath gone? Can you remind yourself to, oh yes, I need to be full breaths. Let's take another inhale and exhale, whatever version you're in. And release. Very nice. Pedal it out. Brilliant job, guys. Worked really hard today. It's hard class today, right? So come to sit back onto your chest, onto your chair. And let's come to take ankle to knee pose, which is the pose that we tend to do at the end. It's a really lovely one. Your modifications, of course, as always. If you're more flexible, some of you would bring the left ankle to sit on top of the right thigh. Those of you that that's not appropriate for your bodies would just cross the legs and you would fold forwards, and that's going to get you a very gentle hip stretch. Otherwise, you would be here. And so settle back for a moment into your chair. I'll get you to fold forwards in a second. But come to be nice and supported and just rest and just let the legs settle into external hip stretch. And if this is enough for you, stay here. If you'd like to feel a bit more of a stretch, you're very welcome to fold forwards just a little bit. That's going to intensify the stretch. You might feel it to the outer left leg. You might feel it a little bit behind the left knee. And release. Gently, gently, gently unwind. And let's feel that to the other side. Again, one side might be easier or harder. So ankle to knee or cross the thighs. Let the breath out. And so now that you know the hard work is done, you can start to internalize a little bit more. You can relax the eyes. You can let go of the breath. Again, option, you could fold forwards. To come up, let's take a spinal twist to finish. I'll just demo from the side. So we're going to take the real easy one. So right hand to the outer left leg, left hand to the waist. Just going to get a little bit of a rotation there. To take that to the other leg, so now left hand to outer right thigh. To come back to center. To come to rest as you can today. So you can cross the legs if you now wish to slump a little bit in your chair. In a usual yoga practice, we would call this Shavasana, and we would lie on the floor. You are very welcome to lie on the floor if you wish. Otherwise, just come and slump in your chair. Now, legs can be anything that brings you comfort. So slump. Let's rest together for a minute into our chair Shavasana. And you can even come so far as to rest the head back if you wish. Completely letting go. So body is heavy. Eyes are closed. Noticing how you feel after you've worked and stretched. Do you feel better at the end of your practice than you did at the beginning? I hope so. And take a few more breaths in this little slumped over Shavasana. Take 2 more breaths. to slowly extend your arms way above the head, stretch out through your legs, and then come to sit tall. So come back to that strong position, spine tall. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, look up. Draw the hands together at the heart center, bowing the head in gratitude to yourself for being here and for practicing. And thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday afternoon. Namaste. Again, namaste, Stephen. Thank you so much, my lovely people. Thank you to those of you able to join. Thank you to those who I know will watch this at another time when it's convenient to you. I hope that helped. I hope you felt better. Keep strong, keep positive. If you find out a little bit more about what Homes for Lambeth are doing at the moment in light of all of this, then please check out their website, www.homesforlambeth.co.uk. Otherwise, please enjoy the rest of your very sunny Saturday, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely day.